What's going on, world? It's your girl, Nephew Raps. It's the Vibe Session. You already know how we doing it, okay? We always bringing y'all the hottest, dopest, independent artists that's out here doing it on their own and getting it out the mud. And listen, y'all, we got a friend of the show, okay? We excited to have him back. RedZoneRocket, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. How everybody doing out there in the world? I hope everybody A1 copacetic,
Hey, we trying to be. It's been crazy out here, right? A little
It
bit.
has been crazy. It has been a little crazy.
Can you believe it? Like literally in like 2 months, it'll be 2 years since we've been in the whole pandemic situation.
That shit, it's crazy. It's crazy for real.
Like that time flew.
Look, I was actually I was overseas. I was still I just got out of the army, so I was overseas deployed when all that popped off. So like we was already in like a secluded area. We had heard about it, before that really hit the States, but we, really didn't think it was gonna blow up like that. So it hit, and everybody over there was like, "What's going on?" They start closing everything down that we was doing for fun to kind of stay busy and stuff like that. And it got real crazy fast and real, like real strict fast. And then when we got back back stateside, we weren't really ready for everything that had happened, everything that was going on, because it was a whole different world from what we left on. We left right before we left right before New Year's. Right before New Year 2020. And when we got back, everything was crazy. So
oh wow, that's crazy. So you kind of get it from a whole different perspective. Like I couldn't even imagine that side of things.
Couldn't even play basketball no more.
Are you serious?
Couldn't even play no sports. Nothing we could do. But it's crazy because we lived right on top of each other though. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. Yeah. So I had my own kind of opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It was just crazy to me.
So what did you do to pass the time? Like I know you had to do something. What were you doing? Writing, like
and yeah, music? I was definitely writing. I was definitely writing in the studio. I'm gonna be real with you. I just kept doing what my normal routine was. I know I stay strict to the guidelines. I ain't really bring around too many people, but I'm going to the studio and nobody gonna stop that.
Okay, that's a vibe.
So
that's a vibe. So you said you out now? So you out?
Yeah, I just got out 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I got out.
Congratulations. We outside. RedZoneRocket outside.
Free man, 10 years straight active duty, 3 tours. I'm glad it's behind me though.
That's dope. Thank you for your service. That's dope. Shout out to you. Okay. So it's spooky season, right?
Yeah.
What's up for Halloween parties? Like, what's the move? What you into?
Oh no, I be chilling for real now. I'm really finna go to the studio here in a couple hours. I ain't really, I don't know. My mind shifted. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just focus in more. So now,
okay.
I did a lot of celebrating and partying over the time I was transitioning out. So now I'm on the point, like I'm like, all right, I'm ready to kind of get back focused now.
Okay, listen. The way it sounds, you really turned up. You was like, I'm outside. Listen, he partied enough for the next 5 years. He said, I'm super
for real
good.
I got the because when I was overseas, when I was deployed, I was supposed to go to LA for the first time for my birthday. But then the pandemic and stuff had happened, and then when I got back, I told myself my 28th birthday, I'm in LA. I went to LA for my 28th birthday. I went and seen Houston. I traveled this shit. I traveled, the time I was transitioning out. So I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get back focused. Blew a whole lot of money during the time I ain't need to blow, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get back right.
Okay. Do you feel like your experiences when you was in, do you feel like that kind of shaped, the music, the energy, the vibe as far as your music was concerned?
Oh yeah. Cause it was just like, I don't know, because then the thing about that is too though, like people on the inside of the military, they be so happy to be around somebody who creative like that they motivate their brain motivation to you. Because I let them, sometimes we just might be in the hanging out somewhere, and I just be like, yo, listen to this for me. I let them hear, I spit it to them, whatever, and they'll be like, they'll turn me up. And the next thing I'm going crazy. I'm like, that's the thing I miss about it though, because it was unconditional love, unbiased love. They ain't care where you from, what I'm saying? They didn't care about none of that. They were just happy to say, like, yo, that's my brother, he doing his thing, so. And it gave me that motivation versus, some people back home, they, they get feeling a certain type of way and stuff like that. But
yeah. It be like that sometimes. Like,
They do.
as much as you put the home team on your back, right? You go out repping the home team, but it's like sometimes you got to do some dope shit, then bring it back home. And then they be like, yeah, that's us, right? But
they try to. I got to slam the door right then, though, because when they come talking about it's us now, after I built it from the ground. Yeah, after I built it from the ground, nah, I ain't going for it.
He said, I ain't going for it. It be like that sometimes, though. I get it. It's so interesting how it's like that. But a lot of people say, like, sometimes it takes a while to get the home team on your back. But
it does.
But why do you think it's like that, though?
Man, for me, I'm gonna speak on this personally. For me, I always felt like kind of the outcast where I was from, like, because my family ain't really from there like that. So we was always I just relied on my brothers, and I made friends, and I used to love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I always felt I was on the outside. You feel me? Because everybody else kind of family tied, and so when it come down to it, that's what people gonna stick with. But I watched my fan base grow to people who I ain't even know was paying attention though. And that's the thing. I can't say I appreciate that from my city. I'm talking about people who I ain't never spoke to really like that or really seen me and jumped on there and showed they love. So it's really the people who really don't know me for real be the one that, they say that's the one that's be showing you love. It's the ones I ain't really never talked to, sat around the city, but they maybe know me from, somebody else, or know me through somebody, know me through my dad and stuff like that. But I don't know why I'd be like that. You would think though, somebody that's doing something like that different, they be want to get behind, but then again, people don't want to see. I'm from a small town, so I know my problem. I know where my downfall is. They small, a lot of them small-minded. They don't really want to see nobody make it in that light. But it's different though, because when, like I said last time I was on your show, when I post something about the Army or posting I'm doing this in the Army, it'll go crazy. Let me start talking about music. They don't really want to see me in that lane. But that ain't never deterred me. But I will say, and that shouts out to the people who jumped on board. Started showing me love when they ain't even really have to, you know what I'm saying? Because it'd be the ones that I don't expect to get no love from people I ain't never really had no dealings with or talked to and nothing like that. I don't expect them, I don't expect them to come out and show love, but it'd be the ones that, I invested in, people I didn't show love to, you know what I'm saying? Really not coming all the way 100% behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like they would. Cause if it was them roles reversed, if I wasn't the one rapping and they was the one rapping, my dog, I'm sharing everything you got. I don't care. I don't care how I make anybody else feel or anything like that. If you my man, I'm supporting what you do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. But it's crazy.
Yeah, and you made a lot of good points, and a lot of people can tell you from personal experience. Sometimes a stranger will support you more than somebody somebody you grew up with. And sometimes I think it's because, like, when you grew up with the person, when y'all was in class together, right? Y'all was doing dumb shit in school together. It was like, like, I know this guy, right? Like, so I get that part too. But it's like, I do think that at the end of it, you always want to have your supporters and your people who are really going to get behind you and support everything you do 100%. And that's going to ride with you from the beginning to the end, through all your changes as an artist, through all your different looks, all your different sounds, all your different vibes. Speaking of different looks, I see you got a different little vibe to it. I like it. I'm feeling the little, the mustache into the little beard.
Yeah, I'm doing a little something.
So the ones that really rock with you, they stay with you through all of that. So shout out to all the supporters, they keep us going. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's big energy.
What's crazy though, because it's like, it ain't me rapping ain't nothing new really. I've been doing this since like a child, you know what I'm saying? And all my close homeboys, know it, that I've been, doing it for a minute, whatever. I think at first people kind of was like, he playing, he ain't really take it serious. I done heard people tell me though, at first I thought you would just, you weren't really I thought you was just doing something to be doing it. And then they started listening in more. Listen, that's one thing about me. I stay consistent with it. Regardless if they weren't feeling it, I just kept dropping. To the point where people like, they started listening in what he was saying, like, okay, bro, really spitting, you know what I'm saying? He really talking something. You feel me? And I don't sit up here and I don't never outcast myself and just say, I'm gonna go to this, I'm gonna go to that. I'm a silent killer. I'm gonna let my work do the talking every time. But it's just like, I ain't jump on no bandwagon to do this. I ain't start riding no way to start rapping. I've been doing this when it wasn't popular. You know what I'm saying? I was still writing them same people that were showing love or supposed to be showing me love, whatever. I was writing in class right beside them. Notebook full of paper, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it ain't nothing new. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, listen, like, we live in such a different era, right? We've all watched how, like, social media has changed things, and that's just how the world is going right now. And so the last craziest thing for me was the whole Facebook changing into Meta or Metaverse. Did you hear about that?
I seen that. I ain't. It was when I looked at it, I was like, it's crazy, and I backed out of it. I ain't even read into it. I'm like, nah, we can't be about to do this now. Come on,
listen.
Now. Hey, shout out to them people coming up with that, because it takes some brains for that. Now, I ain't gonna knock nobody. I ain't gonna knock it, but it's crazy though. Like, what we really going to?
Listen, how many people gonna have sneaky links in the metaverse? It's about to be a problem. You could have your whole body. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this like some Black Mirror. What's going on? I know y'all can't tell us because y'all be knowing what's coming up. Y'all can't really tell us. But Facebook already told us that this metaverse is coming. What is that the future of it? Like, we going viral in the metaverse?
Hey, they trying to do. They paving any more avenues that somebody can go viral, and they trying to make it anything somebody can go viral on. I think that's what they're going with it. They seeing what the reaction coming from people going viral for it, and the crazy thing about it is, people gonna chase that to go viral. So whatever it is that they putting out, some people gonna chase that. That's what they, I feel like I'm viral in my own world, so I'm not pressed about that. So I ain't never been the type to chase nothing like that. That's probably why I backed out of it, because it's like it ain't nothing I'm gonna take part in.
I was about to say, RedZoneRocket. Listen, we could be on the cutting edge. We could get right in front of it. Like, what's up?
We could, but I don't think it just ain't in me to put that energy into that, though. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Okay. No pressure. So the holidays are coming up. My favorite time of the year. I love Thanksgiving. Love to eat. Love Christmas. Who's cooking for Thanksgiving? Where we at this year?
Oh, my Dukes. 28 years straight. My Dukes. Only time I ain't been able to go to Mama Thanksgiving is when I've been deployed. And I told myself since that first time I got deployed, I was like, any chance I get to be in Thanksgiving, I'm going home. Mama gonna throw down. We used to do it real big, but things change over the year. Families, you know how family stuff be. So we just, at the end of the day, Mama gonna cook for the ones that's in that house though. I'm gonna always go show love and support though.
Okay, shout out to Mama. I know she gonna be having the baked mac and cheese.
Oh, she gonna do her thing.
With the yams, you gotta put it on your plate together so they can touch.
Look, Mama gonna have every dessert. Yeah, it's gonna be out. Mama gonna have all the dessert, everything. A1. The goal is to boss up, and then I throw Thanksgiving for her at my crib. That's what the end goal is. So I don't want her to feel like she got to go out Thanksgiving every year. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal, though, definitely.
So do y'all help her clean up after she cook, or y'all just pack your plates and leave? Because some people be trifling. They make Mama clean up all the food. Y'all know y'all ain't ready for that.
Oh, that's the extended family. She know her boys. Her boys gonna make sure she's straight though.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Mama ain't never. Nah, never.
All right, good. Mama's straight. Mama good. All right, bet. So let's get back to the music. I know you've been putting out a lot of records. I've been following you, keeping up with you. So tell us about the new music. What you got coming up right now?
Man, I'm in the middle. I'm going back and forth with myself whether I should drop another tape or I should just keep going on. I had put out like 3 singles in the last month, and I was like, I told myself like I'm gonna drop them out until I feel like I'm gonna take a break. I still got more singles I can drop. I could drop a whole tape. I could drop more singles. I don't know. I really just ain't made my mind up yet. But I got new heat. It ain't no slacking and nothing I got. So it's just me strategizing, and I don't want to overdo myself. I could go money man with it now and drop something every all the time, or I could just I'm still trying to learn the business aspect of it. When I came out there to y'all last time, I was still green with it. I ain't really, I was still trying to find myself. I had just switched my name. Now I feel like I'm really setting my bag, and people really like, oh yeah, you find your flow, you find your hustle, and I just got to keep going with it. I really just be kind of playing the market, seeing where it go. But my mind leaning towards just to drop it. Like I had dropped the as a matter of fact, today last year I had dropped the tape Currency in Motion. You ain't heard it, go get that. Got to speak on that. My mind been telling me to do a Currency in Motion too, and just keep going, remix a couple tracks I had on there, and then get some fresh face. But I'm trying to network, trying to work with some other artists. So other artists, if y'all out there listening to it right now, let's tap in, let's do something. I ain't got no ego with this. I'm trying to work with who I can work with, and you know what I'm saying. If you vibe right, you solid, we can do some work. Business is business at the end of the day.
Let's get that work. Okay, tap in. So the album that you were speaking about, tell me the concept of that. Like bring me into that world of how you came up with that concept.
Currency in motion, because it's like I took it from, like, they say in basketball, like poetry in motion, something, something good to see, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that's just like, it's beautiful, you feel me? So I feel like currency in motion, once that money going around, can't nothing stop, you know what I'm saying? The money stopped, everything else stopped, you feel me? So it was just kind of like something catchy, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to just, I was able to be, you know what I'm saying, be myself all the way, you know what I'm saying? I talked about a lot of stuff on them tapes, like deep down stuff, stuff people probably didn't know about me, and I kept it all the way 100 with it at the end of the day. I made that vibe music people can listen to, and I had them bangers on there where, you can just rock out to. I also got some shit on there to make you think, you know what I'm saying? I had a track, Don Son, I wrote for my dad, and that's probably like that's a heartfelt song to where everybody, like anybody that, and people who grew up without their dad, it was a picture I painted. So yeah, in my life, that you could see how much I value my relationship with my dad. We butted heads a lot growing up, but I didn't realize that me and him were just alike, and that's why we butted heads so much. Like I look like my mama, but I carry myself just like him. And I always paid attention to everything he was saying, even when I didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that happened in my life, that happened in his life, they lined up, He joined the Army. I joined the Army. We had the same jobs, you know what I'm saying? Like, without even really trying to do that, it just kind of stuff happened, and I see myself, like, I'm pretty sure he always seen a whole lot of me and him, but I thought he was just like, damn, he riding me hard. Like, what's up? Like, cause I got a baby brother and I got an older brother. And I seen him even when I was always in the heat, or, you know what I'm saying? But he raised me to be my own man. And at the end of the day, one day, he told me, he was like, and it stuck with me to the day. He told me, he was like, man, I always, it probably looked like me and you butt head, like, but I respect you because you was always your own man. You was always gonna do, regardless if me or your mama liked it, you was always gonna pick up, and that's what you was gonna go do with it. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest accomplishment I could have had over this past year was my mom and my dad really jumping on board with my music, like to the point where they searching my music, they showing people, hey, they calling me like how we get to the video, you know what I'm saying? And that video, I did a video and everything for my dad with the dance, and I shot it last year for Father's Day. 2020 Father's Day, we shot it. I had my kids in the video with me, and it was really heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? That's something he wake up to almost every morning and cut on before he go to work. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of them type songs. And
I love that. I love that representation. We need that representation, like that bond that you have with your father, with your family. You know what I mean? And then even being able to be like, yo, I realized that we didn't always have, we didn't always meet eye to eye, but I see you. You know what I mean? So that's dope. Shout out to the whole family, man. And I can tell, like, you definitely put that into your story, your journey, your music, and that really is what's gonna make people connect with you.
I'm gonna be real with
artist, you know what I mean?
And I'm gonna be real with you. Even when I was trying to go to school and play ball, at the end of the day, I'm the middle child. So it's like I had that middle child syndrome to where, like, I know in the day I know how to be on my own, because like I had my older brother who wanted he ain't really, me and him always butted head, because I don't know why. I guess my little brother they always close, but me and my baby brother tighter than ever. And he always supported me. But at the end of the day, it's like my mom and them was just like, it's always been love. They always took care of me, all that, but it's always been some kind of little disconnect. And all I ever wanted was their support at the end of the day for whatever I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And they jumped on her and they supported that. So it ain't nothing that nobody can tell me at this point to get me to stop rapping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They calling me, asking about shows I'm going to. I invite them shows. They're gonna pull up, whatever. And they calling me, give me, backstory, how the show go, what it was like. I'm telling them I had a show out in Jackson, Mississippi, when it was September, Big 30. And then they was putting on the show. I opened up for them and stuff, and they was asking me, calling me, how was it, what songs did you perform and stuff like that. And that's things that I never would have thought they would have went in that, went down that realm. And people come through them in the city when they see my dad or whatever, like, your son, man, he doing his thing. He really doing his thing. We see him on Facebook, and my dad don't got Facebook like that. My mama, she dibbling dad on Facebook every now and then. So it's really them getting word of mouth from other people on what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's beautiful. I like that. I like that energy. Okay. Shout out to the family. So you've been putting out the records, you've been doing shows. What's next for RedZoneRocket? What's something that you want to be able to accomplish? 2022 is coming up. And everybody trying to do it bigger and better as they keep going. So what's something you really feel like, you want to check off your bucket list as an artist, as a businessman, as a person, whatever it may be?
Man, as an artist, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm trying to get my own studio set up right now so I can, get my core myself and get that going. But as on the business side of it, I'm definitely, like I said, I'm trying to network. I'm trying to I'm trying to get in the door with some big artists. I feel like I got what it takes to make that breakthrough. So that's what I'm really focusing. I'm trying to get my views up, my viewership up. You know what I'm saying? People already tell me, you got the looks, you got the swag about it. People still trying to figure out what it is that people ain't grasped on to yet. But it's just me got to market myself some more. Because at the end of the day, I'm the type of person that, like, I don't really like to brag on myself. So it's hard for me to keep trying to put myself out there in front of people. Like, I don't want to sit up here and overflood no timeline. But I got to get out of that thinking because I got to know I'm trying to market myself. You know what I'm saying? And got to stop looking at it to me as like I'm bragging or whatever, stuff like that. That's what the biggest thing. It's me stopping me at the end of the day.
Yeah. Your biggest competition. And listen, it's a journey. It is a process. And, I had to learn myself. You really got to fall in love with the process. It's like,
yeah,
because it's even people, it's like you could be on either side of the coin. You could have it all and lose it all. You could have nothing and then have it all. So, it's a crazy journey, but you doing the right thing. You putting out the content, you doing the media, you putting out the records. And listen, the features, they gonna come. Like, you'd be surprised how once you get out there, you network with people, that all of that's gonna come. So we're gonna keep up with you. We're gonna make sure we supporting the movement, the RedZoneRocket vibe.
Yeah,
okay, we always gonna do
it.
that. So all right. So do you have any shows like coming up? Can we pull up on you soon? We doing Drip Fest soon. So if you need to come to Dallas, we got you. Okay.
Yeah, I missed the last one because of the army and stuff like that. Like, I'm out of that now, so my schedule open. So they hand me book RedZoneRocket pulling up. I don't care where it's at. It don't matter to me. I pull up solo dolo. I pull up with my girl. It don't matter. At the end of the day, RedZone coming.
Listen, bring Shorty. What's up? Okay, bring everybody. Bring the wait. The kids may not come. It might be some turning up in the building.
Kids gonna watch. Yeah, the kids gonna watch it. I had a video for them. They turn up the data.
All right, that's a bet. All right, RedZoneRocket. Well, listen, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. You're a friend of the show. Before we get out of here, I want you to tell everybody about your new music, where they can find it, where they can follow you on social media. Give it all to us so we can keep up with the movement.
Look, as you know, RedZoneRocket. Find me on IG. Find me on Twitter. All my music on all streaming platforms. All you gotta do is type in RedZoneRocket all together. It's gonna pop up. And I'm telling you, just go. I got a catalog already set for y'all. Just go through there. Get at me on Instagram. You want to work? I constantly be searching, looking for other artists to work with. I don't got no ego with this. And then, like I said before, I don't have no ego with this. I'm trying to work and learn from the next man, just like the next man can learn from me. So RedZoneRocket, all streaming platforms, all social media. I need to start working on my Twitter game and my Instagram game like that a little bit better. I just be chilling and write. I'm so in tune with just writing music, going recording it and putting it out. That's all I be really worried about. Then, what I'm saying? So that's independent. That's, you gotta do a little more than what you would do normally when you got a label and stuff like that. So I'm independent, but I gotta get myself really moving in that independent direction and stuff like that. So, But yeah, RedZoneRocket, just search me up. I promise you, it's smile. It's friendly smile. I promise you, I'm not one of them guys, man. I'm humble as it can be. I believe I'm the most humblest person out there, for real.
Okay. All right. Pressure. Be you, man. That'll take you far. Be yourself. That personality gets you in rooms where other people can't get. You know what I mean? So that's a big vibe. Make sure y'all tap in RedZoneRocket. Big pressure, big energy. Okay. I told y'all we bringing y'all the dopest artists. Okay. We got to get out of here, y'all. But until next time, we out. Zone.